Is it true that you have a scandal that you have been hiding that you just are afraid to tell us? Wait, is there one? First of all, it is too hot to be wearing a sweater. I was trying to look cute and fall-like, but we are in the Valley. I'm very excited because we have another Rumor Patrol Celeb Takeover. So we're gonna knock on the door and see who we find. Look at all these pumpkins on the ground, so cute. Let's see who we have. Hello, Joey Graceffa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Your place is so freaking cute.
Thank
and
you.
And it totally has like the fall vibes. I'm so excited for this. This is my first time at your house, so where should we go?
Let's head over here.
Okay, so for those who don't know, I'm Emile Ennis Jr. This is
Joey Graceffa.
You are my 4th ever guest on Rumor Patrol Celeb Takeover.
Wow,
yes.
okay.
Very excited. You shouldn't be nervous at all. We're just gonna cover some rumors that I found about you on the internet. Some of them I've made up.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Some of them are
right.
like questions or rumors that people have asked around the office. So I'm just gonna get into all the tea.
Okay.
And since you have like a little fire
ready.
going here, it feels like an indoor campfire.
I know.
Kiki, you know?
I run really cold, so like I'm always freezing, so I always have to keep it super warm in here. But my boyfriend's the exact opposite. He likes it nice, ice cold, so I turn the fireplaces on sometimes.
Listen, you like it, I love it. So let's go ahead and kick it off with a light one, okay?
Okay.
Is it true that you like every single one of your posts? This came from, you actually replied to this.
God.
This came from Spooky Leo, who said, this week on Exposed, Joey Graceffa likes his own pictures.
Yes.
Every single one?
Yeah.
What is the reasoning behind that?
I mean, if you can't love yourself, how are you gonna love someone else? No, I don't know. I just feel like it helps the algorithm and it helps like people who are following you to also like see what pictures you're liking.
Okay.
So if you like your own, I feel like it just is like another wave of your viewers.
But you know they took away that little tab on Instagram where you can see what everybody's liking, so all you
So it's all
stalkers
for
out there
nothing.
can't see anything anymore.
You know what? It's just become habit at this point.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you have to love yourself like you said, so I like it. Speaking of algorithm though, so you did an interview with Business Insider recently, and you talked about the YouTube algorithm. So is
Yeah.
it true that you consider actually quitting YouTube because of all the changes in the algorithm?
no, I would never quit. Absolutely not. This job's brought me so much like joy and so many opportunities that I'd be an idiot to leave it all behind.
Do you think it's harder for, I don't want to just say established YouTubers, obviously it's harder for newer YouTubers, but for established YouTubers, do you think it's harder now with like all the changes in the algorithm?
No, I think established people are people who have gone through all these changes and have learned how to adapt. So if people are still surviving now, then they know how to adapt and change with the times. So.
What do you feel now since you've been on YouTube for over a decade? Like, what do you feel still brings you joy from it? Because it has changed drastically since the beginning.
I know, it's such a different landscape for sure. Because I feel like everyone wants to be a YouTuber now. Whereas like when I started, it was just this weird place that like the losers went to like feel like they had a group that they belonged in. But I guess what brings me joy now is still just the connection. Like being able to connect with an audience and people to be inspired by or just have that intimate connection with people all over the world is really cool.
Yeah. I love how, I'm not naming any names, I'm not trying to start any drama or rumors, but just from watching you over the years, and I've been out in WeHo a few times and I like saw you with my boyfriend, and like, but you've always stayed like genuine and true to yourself.
Oh, thank you.
So I love that because I feel like some people, as they get more fame or whatever it may be, they just don't stay the same. So just a little side note.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of the younger influencers who like get all this fame really quick, I mean, just like young kid celebrities who grew up in like a spotlight, it's a lot to deal with that I feel like it's almost like a dopamine effect of like just the high that you get from people liking your videos, all this money that's coming in. It's like, oh my God, this is all such a high that you can lose sight of reality and suddenly your perception of what life normalcy is can shift. But for me, I feel like my grow up was a lot steadier.
Yeah.
I also am just a really down-to-earth person, so.
And nowadays, like with Instagram and stuff, you have these people who are getting famous on YouTube, but then they have like that extra effect of Instagram, so they can like rise even faster. So it's so many different factors. But to the next rumor, shall we?
Okay.
Is it true that you're taking major time off of YouTube to do your Nickelodeon series?
No, it was like literally 5 days.
Everything shot already.
Yeah.
Okay. Squashed. That's false. Is it true, and I already know the answer to this, do you consider that it's true that you had the first ever YouTuber scandal?
I think I had like one of the first big ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was like actually the first, but I think it was such a new thing that I didn't know anyone else who would experience something like that.
Well, you're definitely one of the original quote unquote YouTubers, because that wasn't a term that came until later. Like you said earlier, like it used to just be people talking to their cameras on the internet, but it wasn't like a term YouTuber.
It just wasn't like a mainstream term.
Yeah. So would you say, now we're talking about scandals, this isn't a controversial question, but do you ever feel like you want to be involved in more scandals now? Because now it feels like all these people involved in scandals are getting all these opportunities because of the scandals.
Seriously. I think from an outsider perspective, it can be like, oh my God, like they get a scandal and they get all this press and publicity. But from being friends with everyone who's had like a major scandal like in recent times, it's honestly psychologically extremely damaging to yourself. That everyone's like, you know what, like I could be the most successful person right now. I could have all this like press and whatnot, but I'm the most unhappy in my life that I've ever been. I think that just shows that fame and money doesn't always provide you happiness. From an outside perspective, it could seem like, oh my God, they have everything. They have like these huge mansions, they have cars, they have all this like people that look up to them. But at the end of the day, if you've gone through something traumatic as like a scandal where tons of people hate you for whatever reason, I don't know, I feel like I'm happy not having scandals.
Yeah, you are one of the few YouTubers where it's not like you just have a small circle of friends. Like you're friends with so many different YouTubers that are part of like different cliques and circles. So how do you, somebody who quote, because
what did I say?
You tweeted, to celebrate my YouTube anniversary, here's a look back at all my scandals over the past 12 years. And you posted like that one thing that happened, but you're friends with people who have been canceled and like part of multiple scandals. So how are you able to, I don't want to say stay neutral, but in a way stay neutral with people who aren't necessarily close to each other or like each other, but you are the common denominator where you like so many, or friends with so many people?
It's interesting. I feel like YouTube's kind of like high school in a weird way, where like people hate each other. There's like these cliques, and that's kind of what I was like in high school anyways, is like I would be friends with a little bit of every crowd, except for all the boys and the jocks and all that. Like count me out of that.
Same.
So I don't know. I guess I'm just able to keep friendships with all different groups. I think I also don't talk people. Like when I'm in a group setting and people are talking, like I just don't participate. And I think maybe that's how I'm able to play both sides
of
the field. I don't know.
But I think that goes back to just you being genuine, because if you actually have these deep relationships with people and you have your own experiences with these people, that if they are talking and you're like, well, that's not how I know this person. So
yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Is it true that you have a scandal that you have been hiding for years that you just are afraid to tell us?
Oh gosh.
Wait, is there one? I was just kidding. That was one I made up.
Honestly, I don't, but I'm sure it's like one of those things where you could have posted something from like 10 years ago that's now offensive that people are gonna dig up. I honestly feel like in 10 years from now, something that like we all do now is gonna be controversial in 10 years. So it's like, gosh, I don't think I've said anything that like now people are considering controversial, but who knows?
They're gonna say talking is offensive, and the fact that we both said it, we're canceled.
Exactly.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was gonna talk about this later, but with your campfire Kiki, you actually said something in your recent one with Trisha and Colleen. You said that you feel like you're holding your true self back. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, you can get so in your head as a YouTuber to like sometimes hold yourself back, especially in like cancel culture. It's like you're kind of afraid to say anything, like to go up against something, to stand up for something. The backlash is terrifying, that it can kind of feel like you're a little contained. As far as like the YouTube algorithm goes, like sometimes you play it to the numbers instead of playing to what you truly want to do. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that kind of hold you back to really show your true self.
Why do you feel that your Campfire Kiki series is so necessary right now?
Is it? I don't know if it is.
I think it's necessary.
I mean, I don't know, it's just a cool way to like talk to some of my friends that have gone through stuff that I guess is kind of one narrative, and you never really hear an in-depth take on what that person went through and what the consequences of that were. I've had like a few controversial people on there, like Nikita, James, and Trisha. Like they all kind of gave a different perspective that sometimes they can't just say on their own platform because it will feel biased and people won't really believe it because obviously they're just defending themselves. But if you get to have like an in-depth, like intimate conversation with someone, you can really hear the true power behind their words as opposed to just like tweets and videos to produce or something.
Now with all these drama and tea channels and everything, it feels like YouTube has, especially within that beauty community, has become such a just attack, let's like cancel, whatever. And it is so refreshing just to be able to like watch it, and these are still people, and just to see you guys having a fun conversation around the fire. Which, by the way, the fire, somebody literally asked, is the campfire real? Even though we see you roasting marshmallows, Natalie said, me the entire video, trying to figure out if the campfire embers are real or if it's a special effect.
I love that. I mean, I was worried about the special effects, like looking too fake, so I'm glad people think it's real.
No, it definitely happened. I was like, wait, okay. We'll do a light one. Is it true that you still play The Sims?
Yeah.
How often do you play? Because I was obsessed with The Sims.
Oh my God, same. Like growing up, it was my everything. Like I would just stay up so late, like trying to kill all my Sims, and still doing it to this day.
Take the ladder out, like start a fire, whatever it is. I feel like The Sims helped me get through high school because I was in the closet too, and it was like one of those things where...
Oh, it made me so mad that you couldn't have gay characters back then.
I know.
Now you can.
Now you can. So I want to talk about Escape the Night, but before we get into that, there is something that a lot of people want to know.
Sure.
Is it true that you have beef with Shane? And on a Reddit thread, somebody asked what happened between Shane and Joey Graceffa. Obviously, you guys used to do videos together all the time. And I saw he tweeted you recently, though, because you posted about your health. And like, so is there beef?
There's absolutely no beef. I think just in life, like with me getting into a relationship with Daniel, I feel like I put a lot more of my time and the people that I hung out with like on hold, and I just hung out with Daniel mostly. And I feel like, what? I'm not blaming it on you. I'm just saying that that's the choice that I made. And then, but I feel like in a similar situation, like once you get in a relationship, you kind of make that person your
everything.
Yeah.
Kind of,
He also has his own friend group and stuff, and he's busy shooting his own projects and stuff. So I feel like we've just kind of separated.
Yeah, but there's no beef.
There's absolutely no beef. It's just life taking you into two different paths.
Squash that rumor, guys.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some Escape the Night stuff.
Okay.
There was a rumor online. Is it true that you know the winner of Escape the Night before you even start filming?
No. Absolutely not.
Which I'm like, how? But you know, people have their questions.
No, it's all legit. People vote every episode on who they want to kill off that episode, and sometimes I can kind of tell based off of how the episode's going, but sometimes I'm just shocked at like who people put into the voting pile, and I feel like there's definitely some like real life tea that gets put into like who they choose, and not so strategic, but...
So speaking of real life tea, is it true that there was drama on the set of season 4?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's all I could say, but yes, there was. I think this season was the most drama.
Oh, really? Like people clashing or?
Yeah.
Oh. Staying very vague with this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little sip of the tea.
Okay, interesting. Is it true that you have all these creative ideas for season 5, which has not been confirmed yet?
I have all ideas for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have a lot mapped out. Yeah. So I'm ready to go.
What's like your top idea? Because I've seen like people were saying couples, some are saying like siblings.
That would be really cool. I would love to have like twins on a season where I could have like I don't know, I feel like that'd be so cool to have like a siblings or, well, obviously twins as a sibling. You can't be a twin and not be. I don't think I would make every single person be a twin or like a sibling. I think I would just throw that into the mix.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Staying with that, is it true, because you did actually an escape room pop-up, Escape the Night pop-up in LA, is it true that you're considering doing like a permanent Escape the Night franchise pop-up?
I would love to do that. My experience with the escape room was really fun, but also it's a lot. There's a lot of moving parts. There's like different aspects to it that I guess I didn't really think about. Like you have to have people running it constantly. You have to have a ticket website. Like there's so much that I have so much going on that I'd have to work with like a partner to like really make it something permanent.
You want it to happen.
Yeah, I want a room for each season, and then maybe even more rooms for each episode. Who knows?
That would be cool. We have to get like the exclusive tour before it opens.
Okay.
We finally make it happen.
For sure.
So somebody wanted to know, is it true that you're lying about how you will start posting every day? They said specifically in the subject, Joey is lying. Anyone else feel like Joey is lying to us? He says that he's going to upload daily, but when I go to check, it's not there. And they're usually days apart. I don't care if he can't upload every day, but I feel like he shouldn't say that if he won't.
Oh, God.
You were sassy, by the way.
For the most part, I do upload every single day, just sometimes it's on different channels. So like
True.
my daily vlog channel, like if I don't post there, I'll post a video on my main channel.
Got it.
Or there'll be a video on my gaming channel. So I'm posting daily, just not on that channel.
And he's busy, guys.
I know,
You have
it's
a ton
hard.
of dogs
I
and
know.
puppies. Speaking of which, we should probably go see them.
Do you want to go see them?
I really do want to see them.
Okay.
Or can I?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my God, let's go. Oh my gosh. Hi guys.
Hush, children.
Is there beef with David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad? I love the teaser. Guys, before you go, click right over here because we have another episode of Room Patrol for you to check out.
So don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah.